These are the best men's fragrances, and these will take fragrances to a new level. And even if they don't, they have phenomenal smells and great ingredients. They are king. If you go in a room, you will get rave compliments. These will impress a lot of people. These are the way to go if you really want to smell good. And they may cost some money, but they are definitely worth every cent of the money you are spending. I mean, there's a lot of fragrances that are hot on the market. These are the kinds of scents that'll make them smell like a cheap body spray in comparison. And if you like woodsy fragrances and kind of Oriental Fougere category with a little bit of warmth, Xerius Rouge is actually a phenomenal fragrance by Givenchy. And this is made by Annick Menardo, and it has some cedar and some woodsy notes, and then you have some amber and musk in a dry down. So it's a very conventional smell, but it has ingredients that are a few notches higher than a lot of other fragrances in its category. Great dry down, great quality, great lasting power, and it's a superb buy. And Versace Jeans Couture is absolutely a phenomenal fresh fragrance. It's an aromatic fougere, and it's been made at the late 90s. It was kind of ahead of its time, and unfortunately it has been discontinued, but you can find it in some places, and it has a great smell. I mean, a lot of people absolutely love this juice. And Terre de Hermes actually is a very interesting fragrance. Like when you spray it on, it smells maybe a little bit sour. It kind of smells strange. It's not a test strip, top note kind of fragrance. But the dry down in this is great. And you get some vetiver and patchouli and cedar, and then a little bit of benzoin, which warms it up. And it's a great quality fragrance. A lot of people absolutely love this one. It's great quality in a bottle. And it's a great scent to wear during the day or on a date or anywhere. If you're trying to impress somebody, Terre de Hermes is the way to go. It definitely is one of the best fragrances ever made for men. Roca's Man is a great nighttime gourmand. It has some chocolate and some vanilla, and the base notes are really nice. It's kind of sweet, but it has a kind of a soft side to it. And it's definitely a great date night scent. It's great to wear if you're clubbing. It has an amazing smell and a lot of popularity. And basically, Roca's Man is very long-lasting. You know, you get some florals and some raspberry and some coffee, which kind of sweeten it up. But as it dries down, it gets a little bit deeper. And it's kind of powdery, but in a very good way. And Thierry Mugler Pure Malt is phenomenal. I mean, literally, this is the best Thierry Mugler scent. I mean, this scent house creates a lot of sweet gourmands. And they're good for people who like sweet scents, but they're not always as popular. Like Amen definitely has its lovers and haters, but Thierry Mugler Pure Malt is phenomenal. It's kind of boozy concoction. We get some of the malt in this that sweetens it up, and you get a little bit of the Angel Men feel, because it does have kind of a touch of chocolate, almost like an Angel Men smell. But this one is actually a million times better. And unfortunately, it's been discontinued, but if you can get a little container of it, it's definitely a great buy. I mean, Thierry Mugler Pure Malt is probably one of the best men's fragrances ever made. And Gucci Envy is a very enigmatic, warm, spicy kind of fragrance. I mean, literally, Gucci Envy has phenomenal ingredients and has a phenomenal smell. And, you know, it's very much, in my opinion, it's authority in a bottle because it just stands up so well. If you go to a party, it will get attention because it's very enigmatic and there's some resinous incense in the base in this fragrance. It's kind of warm and it does project in a very good way. I mean, I've worn Gucci Envy on numerous occasions. I've had rave compliments on this fragrance. It definitely is a classic. It's very underrated, but it's kind of a green fragrance. You get some herbals in this one, but it's green at its best. And it's warm and spicy in a very good way. And it's kind of sweet. You could definitely wear this one on a date or at nighttime. It's always going to be a classic to a lot of people. Body Coros is a phenomenal fragrance. I mean, you're not going to like the opening notes, chances are. You're going to find it kind of medicinal at first coming out of the bottle. But as it dries down, the camphor wood and the benzoin are perfect. And the benzoin gives it just maybe a slight vanilla smell, and the camphor wood is great in this one. And there's some mace, and there's some spices, but it's a very deep, rich smell, and it smells very expensive. I mean, this fragrance makes Joe Balm and Le Male smell cheap. And so it's actually a base notes winner. It's really a very popular fragrance with people who have smelled it. And I've smelled it. It's an amazing scent. You're not going to like it when it comes out of the bottle, but when it gets on skin, you just give it a little bit of time, and it is like heaven. Habit Rouge by Guerlain is actually a phenomenal fragrance. And it has some balsamic notes and some smoky woods, but it is very well made. And the dry down is kind of warm. It's a great oriental fragrance to wear during the nighttime. It's pure quality from that house. And the Guerlain house really has a lot of very high standards when they make a fragrance. And they put a lot of effort in. And Mr. Guerlain is the one person that made this fragrance, just like everything else in the Scent House. And so it's definitely a good buy to wear.